Hello, welcome to episode 36 of the Screen Age podcast, and I am your host, Connor.
And I'm the other one, Rodrigo.
Woo!
How you on?
Yeah, you know what? Tired. And you should be the one saying that.
I think that's the general consensus here. Just tired.
Tired. I don't sleep well generally, and you stayed up for a UFC fight, so here we are.
Exactly, here we are on low hours of sleep.
Low.
But nonetheless, we bring high energy content.
Yeah, this is okay. This is going to be completely off topic, but it's just something I want to bring up. Just because we're talking about sleep and just something really random. I know, this is the weirdest banter we're probably going to go through. Have you ever done a thing where you wake up in the morning and you kind of like, okay, and you go back to sleep and you have a dream?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm just making sure of that because that never happened to me for a while until we watched. This is actually why I can bring this in now. Well, it's our TV series, but I never had that happen until we watched was it The Stranger? No, Behind Her Eyes, because that had all stuff about dreaming and sleeping and stuff like that, and like it interested one of my roommates, and she looked it up, and she's like, apparently when you if you wake up, the best way you can go and dream is by falling back to sleep again, and for like 7 weeks straight I am yet to like not fall back to sleep and have a dream in the morning, and that's weird for me because, as you know, I don't dream that often.
You're not a dreamer.
No.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's cool actually.
Yeah, it's cool.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I've had really weird dreams the past few days.
I guess it must be a thing where like when you wake up and you're tired enough to like just go straight back to sleep, your body's just like, cool, we're going straight to hibernation mode.
Yeah, or it's like you're not 100% completely unconscious. You're like, yeah, my mind's going to go a bit crazy right now.
Yeah, it might be a thing where your body's asleep but your mind is already woken up, so it's just working and it forms a dream. That's kind of cool actually.
Yeah, crazy thing I just wanted to bring up before we go into TV shows.
Yeah. But yeah, TV shows. So what were you watching? What was it called?
Behind Her Eyes. That was a while back. I made a nice post about that.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, good.
God, such a disappointing
ending. This week is TV show news has very honed in on two things. No shocker, to be honest.
No.
It's a repetitive theme on this show, superheroes.
Yeah, yay. We won't delve too much into it because there actually are a few other things. But okay, there's one thing I do want to bring up, and it's not going to go the way you might think it's going to go for a few seconds. And it's you've probably seen that the director has brought up that Loki is bisexual, right?
I did. I saw that. Yes. Well, is it bisexual?
Bisexual.
Or some order is it bisexual?
Yeah,
okay.
It is. And well, I don't mind. Like, again, it's probably not the first time we said we don't care about anything like that. What we do care is if it's being shoved into our throats, and this is. But the reason why I think it's so shoved down our throats is because anyone who is in any way, shape, or form familiar with any part of the Norse mythology knows Loki will have coitus with anything that moves. So bisexual doesn't even cut it.
The man, like, okay, so for those that are, like you said, that aren't well Norse in their mythology.
Norse, I love that.
If you're not into your mythology, Loki. Okay, so you know in Ragnarok, that big dog, that's Loki's son.
Yeah.
in mythology, he had coitus with a dog.
I think he had a horse at one point as well.
A horse at one point as well, yeah. So, and I think in Norse mythology, Hela is Loki's daughter as well.
There's something like that. Yeah, it's not like.
But we won't get into it. But yeah, so yeah, it is well known that that Loki is a sex freak.
Yeah, most of them are. Like if they ever bring Zeus in, God help the fandom.
Yeah, Zeus is like. I seen a funny post the other day. It was like Zeus. He was like Zeus is down with like the common people, and he sees a woman that isn't a god, and he's like, "Nah, I will resist my urges and go back." It's like the TVA is just staring at him. No, yeah. But is that what you were just gonna go with?
Yeah, that's what I was going with.
Or
I
is
was
it?
like, so, like, okay, I get it. He's bisexual, but what you don't understand is he's pretty much everything sexual.
Yeah, he's all sexual. Whatever moves. I mean, he'll get off on a gust of wind.
He
Like,
probably has.
he probably has and will do again. But no, yeah, Loki's a sex maniac, and I think that's pretty well known.
Oh, yeah.
I thought anyway.
Oh, yeah, every single comment section is filled to the brim of, you realize what he's done, right?
Yeah, like, um, yeah, the man does everything, but Loki's great though.
Oh, yeah.
Like, for one episode left, coming on Wednesday as of the 11th. So this is gonna shape up to be a great ending. No, it's really just coming to fruition here.
Yeah, it seems to be, and let's hope it continues, and it's nice. Because look, the last few
Yeah.
episodes was after episode 3, because episode 3 was kind of like the one we were like, oh, it's okay. After that, it was just like it ramped everything up, which was great.
Yeah, it has been great. I mean the whole show has been great, really. But one thing that I wouldn't be surprised happens is the fact that this is the first of the three shows that they've brought out that is not a limited series. This will potentially have a season 2, and I think it has been confirmed that it's getting a season 2.
Yes,
I
it
believe.
got a season 2 well before season 1, I think, finished wrapping.
Yeah, and that was something we commented on. Yeah, so I will not be surprised if this ends on a massive cliffhanger.
Yeah, and it seems
for
like it will.
season 2. It most likely will, because every episode ends on some sort of a cliffhanger. So I won't be surprised if they do something like that for the end of season 1. So for anyone that is hoping that this will kind of just wrap up nicely, just be prepared for it not to wrap up
Yeah.
nicely.
Because I think people, you're right, I think people have forgotten that it's not a limited series. It is actually it's a lengthy series now. It's going to go on for longer. So I think people kind of forgot about that.
Yeah, because even though WandaVision kind of ends with, I guess, it doesn't necessarily wrap up as nicely as it probably could or whatever, because, you know, she's got like all these powers now, and the fucking thing, the end credit scene when she's going fucking ballistic astro projecting, at least that kind of just, you know, it's nicely wrapped. And like Falcon and Winter Soldier wraps up as well.
Thankfully.
Yeah. Loki won't, and I'm okay with that because I love Loki. So
yeah, same.
Give me more. Oh. But the other Marvel thing, before we move on to other non-Marvel things till we get to movies, is is the what if.
Yeah.
What if? So for those who don't know what if is, probably go back a couple of episodes and listen to us talk about what if is.
Or, you know, open your phone at any point.
It's literally what it says. It is what if. Yeah, so basically it's an animated Marvel show. Couple of episodes. I don't know how many it is. It won't be too many.
No.
And it's literally what if X, Y, and Z happened instead of what we got. So basically, like, one of the storylines is Peggy becomes Captain America rather than Steve. Like, that's one of the timeline things. This looks really, really, and I'm probably getting a lot of hate for this. This really, really, really looks terrible. Like, it looks so bad, and I really do not want to see this.
From, like, what is really pushing me off, there's two things, that's pushing me off this. One is its animation style. Now, I'm going to be sick to talking about animation style on top of that, but I think it was last episode, we discussed its animation style not looking that great compared to, say, Star Wars Visions. But the more and more I look at it, the more and more I'm like, this just looks sloppy. It looks like you're Disney. You're part of Disney
Yeah.
now. You're Marvel. You have incredible animation things. This is what you churn out.
That's the what you go for. Yeah.
Like, its style
It's
isn't
not
great,
great.
and I guess it can, you can allow it to bump out as many things you want at a bit faster rate, because it doesn't look fantastic. But the other thing that I'm really disliking about it is every time I open up and I see a post about it, it's not a special post about what it, like what use it has or how it's going to expand their universe or anything like that, or it's not like behind the scenes. Every single post I've seen about it is just people saying, this is an episode we're getting. Cool.
Yeah.
Imagine doing that for any other series, even if it's an anthology. Imagine doing that for Star Wars Visions. I'd probably hate it. I'd hate seeing that for Star Wars Visions, but for any other show,
Yeah.
talk about just going like, this is, we're getting a thing of this, but like the majority of the stuff is like from comics, like the zombies one, because one of the ones is like they're all becoming zombies. That's a comic. That's a huge comic thing, which is actually,
Yeah, I'm sure some of these are comics,
Yeah.
but like some of them are really, really off the wall. Like
T'Challa being, what's his name, Star-Lord. That's really weird. to
Yeah.
me. I don't know if I get
that's
behind
so dumb.
that. Who asked
Like,
that?
and sorry.
Who asks, what if that?
Yeah, like what's that? Or like the opening of the trailer is, do you know in Iron Man 1 when Tony Stark is in the convoy and it like blows up and I think one of his bombs lands near him,
Yeah.
and like that's what like sends him off this whole like track. Like the whole thing is that scene is like the start of the trailer and the thing lands in front of him and then like Killmonger grabs it and throws it away and then he's like thanks, and they just walk into the sunset.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
Yeah.
Like, oh god, it just looks so dumb.
My fear of this series is that it's not what fans ask what if. It's what they themselves ask what if. They're crazy fucking things that they might have talked about. And I like, cause that,
Yeah,
to me
'cause-
that doesn't make any sense, because as you said, the bomb exploding sends a shrapnel into Tony's heart, and that's what they do. That's what
Yes.
makes him Iron Man. So if they just take away the bomb that made him Iron Man, he's not Iron Man. How the fuck is there an Iron Man suit on Killmonger?
Well, he doesn't have the Iron Man suit. He's just dressed as Killmonger.
Oh, I thought it was an Iron Man
What
suit.
is Killmonger doing there? It's just so weird.
What's one of those Iron Man suits?
And like, does he? I don't know. Maybe he did.
I thought there was. I thought there was one. Okay, no, the post I saw had someone with an Iron Man suit on, and in fairness, I looked at it, I didn't think it was Killmonger, so.
Yeah. Like this just. It's so weird. Originally, I was kind of excited for this because I was like, we might be able to see little things like what if, fucking, I don't know, like Hulk, like was actually Hulk, you know, not fucking dumb pussy Hulk, or like, what happened if, I don't know, just something else that isn't this just off the wall stupid
Yeah.
shit like we have like here's a breakdown of the stuff. We have Thor versus Ultrons in Madripoor. What is that? Why do we need
I
that?
don't know what that is.
We've Captain Carter, which is
Alright.
Peggy. I guess that's one that could be one. Doctor Strange, it's like bad guy or some shit. The Guardians, like you said, T'Challa is Star-Lord. Like, why?
Yeah.
This is just really dumb. I don't want to see this.
Nah. Anyway.
It really lost it. But anyway,
It,
move on.
yeah, it lost, so let's move on. We've gotten a lot of Witcher 2 stuff. Like, we've gotten teasers. We've gotten a whole lot. So, I haven't actually seen it, but I've talked to enough people that I know about it. And the main feedback I get from it is that it's only okay, but it's more so like we expect it to look better. It's not really, like, the animation, CGI, it's only okay. We get some alright looking monsters at the beginning and then kind of falters off, but this looks like it's gonna ramp things up for a bit.
Yeah, and like the first season definitely was well received quickly because
Yeah.
it was renewed fairly quickly, which is a strange sight for Marvel. I mean, for Marvel, fuck me, for
Wow, we're stuck on him, are we?
Netflix. For Netflix, but like I mean, it's Henry Cavill, so like
Mm.
pretty much give it to me. But like I haven't seen it. I just don't have any interest in watching the Witcher series. But I've heard good things, and I'm sure season 2 will continue to bring that.
Yeah, I assume it will, because it looks like we're getting more characters like Ciri and Yennefer, I think. So, and we're getting Kaer Morhen as well, which is just massive things for a video game. So people who are looking for nostalgic feels, we look have look like you have something good coming your way.
Yeah. So yeah, if you're into that, definitely be excited for The Witcher to come out. It's that soon enough as well, though, isn't it?
I think it's soon enough anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, that shouldn't be too far off the distance.
Too far in the distant future, you mean?
Yeah. It looks like December.
Yeah, it's still not too far off.
Yeah. Oh no, I don't know. I don't care. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Witcher. Lots of Witcher stuff. So if you're into that.
Yeah. And I'm sticking with nostalgia for a second. There was also a Resident Evil show release. I watched it all one night for some random reason. I've been watching way too many like animation things, like especially anime. I just watched that. And if you're really into like just kind of cool zombie fighting stuff, that's really just only okay. You can go and watch it just for nostalgic reasons. The show is nothing to marvel at. I know we keep saying that word, but it's grand. It's there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's there for anyone who wants to see it.
Yeah. But actually, sorry, we did get a bit of news on the Last of Us TV show during the week,
Okay.
and it's gonna have 10 episodes.
Okay, so short.
It's short enough.
Okay. That's probably a good thing.
Yeah.
Like I think the era of 20 plus episodes on a TV show like that is pretty much coming to an end at this stage.
Yeah.
Like for a show like that, you kind of have to keep it short and sweet.
Something like that, yeah.
Because otherwise you get shit like The Walking Dead. You know, that it just feels like it just goes on and it drags on and it drags on. Like the first 3 episodes are amazing, and then like the middle is there, and then the last couple of episodes are amazing because there's just so much filler.
Yeah.
But if you keep it to 10 episodes, 10-12 episodes max, you're able to just get to the point, get the shit done without having any like fillers in there that are just there to try and get up to 24 episodes.
Yeah.
Like each episode will actually have an importance.
And there's backstories, or it's not backstories, behind the scenes things of Walking Dead now, isn't there?
A couple of
Season
bits,
11.
yeah, for the last season. Yeah, a couple of little bits are coming out. So if you're into that, get on that. So
Yeah, a few things.
yeah, there's been a couple of images. It's really gone down to the shitter anyway.
Yeah, but it's on Disney Plus now for some random reason, so
That was very strange. It kind of just came about. It was kind of like, yeah, cool. Here's The Walking Dead.
yeah.
All 10 seasons, and the new one is coming straight to it, I believe,
I think so, yeah.
because it says like new one coming soon. So like, I would assume it's coming straight to it. That's how desperate for money the Walking Dead are.
Well, like Disney are just turning things into them now.
Yeah, Disney is just give me all the money.
What was it?
But there was another release of a TV show that I watched.
Oh.
The Monsters at
Oh
Work.
yes, you did say this.
This is the Monsters Inc. spin-off show on Disney Plus. We got the first 2 episodes. It's a weekly drop thing. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It is. It actually is pretty decent. It's good to pass the time. It's funny. And like, I think our main thing was, will we get more than just Mike and Sully?
Yeah.
And it is. It's not a story about Mike and Sully. It's about this other fella called Tyler. His name is Tyler. So like, we follow his story of coming in. It picks up pretty much right where Monsters Inc. finishes up, with the whole like, no more scaring, now it's laughter thing. So it kind of picks up from there, and like how the monsters will adapt to being funny rather than scary.
Yeah.
Obviously Mike and Sully are still in it, but they're not necessarily the main characters, which is good. It's good to see other monsters.
Yeah, no, it's cool to see them, in fair, as you're saying, and it's good they're not at the forefront, the Mike and Sully, because I think that was one of our main issues, was if they are the main focus of the show, it's just going to be a rehash of not only Monsters University, but just Monsters Inc. itself.
Yeah, it would have definitely been just overused or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm enjoying it, and like, it's pretty decent for anyone who wants to just pass 30.
You well?
That one's gonna hurt the mic.
Oh.
Yeah, that one's gonna be a loud one there for anyone.
Oh. For people that don't know, Ron has a very interesting setup, as his laptop might explode if he tries to connect multiple things on it at one time with Wi-Fi. But I didn't hear him knock the mic over, and I didn't know what happened, so...
Yeah.
Oh shit.
That'll be fun for later on when you're editing this.
I can't wait to see the audio waves just explode.
Just kind of up and down and just through the roof. I don't even know what it was on about.
I can't remember either for some reason. Monsters Inc. Monsters Inc.
Oh yeah, it's good. Like, you should, like, if anyone wants to just waste 30 minutes per episode, 20 minutes. Yeah, that's probably a good one to go waste your time on. It's good.
Okay.
Yeah, is that all we have for today?
Last thing, which we're going to link to 2 things. Not really. I'll rephrase what I just said there in a second. But the last thing that's there is a Blade Runner anime show that's coming now. But what I want to link to it properly is that, well, first off, it's a prequel. So it's Blade Runner Black Lotus, which is going to be set in 2032 as opposed to 2049. Looks very pretty. Has a new voice actor coming into it, and it looks to be quite star-studded as well. But it's after highlighting to me that there's something called Comic-Con at Home, which is just weeks away. So it's looking like it's going to be announced properly at that. But having an anime that's set in that, just having an animated series, like a 2D animated series set in Blade Runner universe, in that like really kind of pinky, cyberpunky looking landscape. That's just environment's probably a better word for it. That's gonna be pretty. That's gonna be a nice looking show.
Yeah, that'll be pretty. Yeah, that's gonna look very, very nice.
So, and
interesting choice too.
It is, and that's something that was like a Blade Runner one that looks to have what's his name, Ryan Gosling's likeness in it. So it's interesting that they went for this.
What do you mean, Ryan Gosling's likeness?
Like, it looks like it has his character.
Oh, okay. I hope Ryan Gosling is in it. Oof, that's all, man.
I actually don't know because this was announced back in 2018, and I vaguely remember seeing something with it. And also, Adult Swim's name is beside it, so I think it's been what's the phrase? Co-produced by Crunchyroll as well. So they have a load of different big names with this. Let me just really quickly look up if Ryan Gosling. Why did my phone decide to not do anything there? Sorry, I just hit my mic. If Ryan Gosling is part of this, I don't know. Because I haven't. Okay, so it says that its cast has been revealed, in fairness, which was as of 4 days ago.
It doesn't look like Ryan Gosling is there.
No, and I would assume he would have been one of the bigger names that they would have tried slanting around the place. Henry Cersei, Greg Henry. It's a name I'm not going to try to pronounce.
And Blade Runner was a film that was kind of like, it kind of just came out. It was like a sequel to the original Blade Runner, and it was like, it kind of just came out and it just did really, really well.
I don't know if it did really well or if it did really bad, because I heard so much about it when it came out. I saw so much coverage about it. I saw loads of people that went to see it, and then like people would call it a flop. I'm like, how? Everyone was talking about it.
Yeah, and in fairness, like, you don't see this often. 8 on IMDb, 88 on Rotten Tomatoes, and 81 on Metric. Like, they're all giving it 8 out of 10. Like,
yeah.
So like, it must be pretty good. Like,
yeah.
And I mean, I guess they're calling it a flop because it only, and I'm saying only because as if I had this money, it only made 260 million, which in fairness isn't a lot for film, I guess.
Yeah, just as a person though.
Just as a person. Wait, what was the budget? Let's see. Let's see if they even made money back.
I'm sure they did.
Oh, they only made 150 million profit.
Sorry, still looking at this as a human aspect of it. Imagine making a 150 million profit of your project.
Yeah. Oh, actually, no. 110 million. 110 million.
Still.
No. Yes, 110. 110.
Okay, Mr. Accountant, do maths.
Relax. Yeah, 110. But in fairness, like, is that a lot? Like, okay, for us it is a lot, but like, would that be a lot?
It's this is the interesting thing about. I guess we can link this into movies actually, so we can mark this as movie speak because we're about to start talking about movies anyway.
Yeah.
That's the interesting thing about movies is there's so often where you're like, this is a really good movie, and you hear enough about it and you can talk to some people and they say, yeah, it's a really good movie. You're like, cool. And then if you look up how much it made or how much it was made on, you're like, oh,
yeah,
it didn't do that great, but it's still really good. And then it's like well received. It's like, why didn't it do really good? Like if I look up.
Yeah, because like I have here Fast and Furious 8, right? The budget was 250 million.
Yeah.
Right? And it made 1.2 billion. It made $1 billion of profit compared to 110 million. Okay, maybe Fast and Furious 8 was a bad example there, but that's a lot more profit than 100 million.
Yeah.
What would be a film on par with like Blade Runner? Like that wouldn't be like mainstream as like Fast and Furious or something like that.
Oof, good question. That's a good question. I don't actually know. I don't know why. Is that a difficult one to try and look up? Just look up a random movie that's not a Fast and Furious thing.
I don't know. Spew one at me.
Where's my fucking wall of
every film?
What is my wall of movies? You have a wall of movies right behind you.
I do.
Oh wait, look up a Mission Impossible or something.
Okay, Mission Impossible. Which one?
Just go Fallout.
Okay. Okay, so its budget was 178. And yeah, it made 220 in the US and 791 worldwide.
Yeah. So, which one is that now?
Sorry,
Which
Fallout.
Yeah, that's Fallout's unreal.
Yeah, and it made only half a billion in profit.
Yeah.
But,
Oh, that 700 was million, not just thousand.
Oh no million.
Oh, never fucking mind what I was saying then. I thought I made
Yeah.
700. Oh wow, 700,000, 791,000 around worldwide. That's really fucking low. That's great. Okay, that's a good example.
No.
God, you really shoved that up my ass, didn't you?
You okay?
I don't know.
That was,
No, that was a bit.
that was unnecessarily aggressive.
That was a bit mean, wasn't it?
Anyway, let's move on to
I'm
films.
just angry because I couldn't think of a movie quickly.
That's fair enough.
It's not.
Okay, not your fault.
Wait, Jumanji 4.
Jumanji, that'd probably be a good film to compare it to.
Oh yeah. Thank you, Karen Gillan, who does know anything about Jumanji 4. Oh
Okay,
yeah,
so
they
the
are.
budget was 65 million. Oh wait, that's the original one.
Go for that one. Still go for that one though.
I'll still go for the original one.
Yeah, I love the original one.
Okay, 65 million budget. Box office.
Yeah, it's not.
And it made 262. So what's that? About
195,000.
200.
Million.
About 190 million.
100.
So yeah, I guess that's a good comparison there. And Jumanji is one of the greatest films out there, and it only made 190 profit.
Yeah, but that's an interesting one as well, because if you were to say, do you know the original Jumanji, most people would probably say yes to it, but at the same time, it only made 195 million. Which again is an only. I know it's an old enough movie and this one's new enough, but like it's still, it's interesting how a movie could be really well known and could do pretty well for itself, even cult wise after a while. Like that's what happened with Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. It came out as a flop, but then it garnered so much of a cult following. When they re-released it, theaters were filled with people trying to watch it again. So it's interesting it's just interesting to see how movies perform, even though they could be really good.
Yeah, and that sometimes they might be like received well after the cinemas, like you said, which I guess box office isn't always the way to look at things.
Yeah, definitely not. Well, if you look at something from box office point of view, you left the movie go on a little too long.
Yeah. But so let's actually get to some news here.
Yeah.
Which I am drawing a couple of blanks here. Give me a minute.
I mean, you got a co-host that could take over for a second.
You're fine. Universal Pictures.
Okay, wow, this is a really random one. I don't know where you're going with this at all.
You don't know what this is?
I don't think so.
They had a deal with HBO for movie streams. So whenever a Universal Picture movie came out, it went straight to HBO. So like Snyder Cut, like that went straight to HBO and things like that. Was that Universal Pictures? No, I don't think so actually. Is it?
I don't know. DC, I thought. Well, I know DC made it, but
oh, that's it. No, never mind. But they had a deal where any movie that they released went straight to HBO, and they've officially ended that contract. That contract's ending at the end of the year, and they, rather than renewing it, which probably would have been the best choice, they went off and made the same deal with a different streaming service, which will surprise everyone, was Peacock.
Oh, fuck.
What That is Peacock, my guy. Why Peacock?
What? What?
I know.
Just show me the bird. TV streaming series.
Just showed me the bird.
Well, no. Universal Studios showed me the bird. Google showed me a bird.
Is that in Ireland? Can we get Peacock?
No, we
in
can't
Ireland?
get Peacock here. I don't think we can. I can't even find it on this.
I looked up Peacock Ireland and it showed me where I can go find a Peacock in Ireland.
Yeah. Is it Peacock Premium? Oh, it's called Peacock Premium.
Peacock TV.
Okay, never mind then.
Yeah, it's unavailable in Ireland. I
It's
can't even go into the website.
Yeah, I can't find the fucking website. Oh wait, is that it? Yeah, that's it. It gives me one giant big white letter
Yeah.
saying this service is unavailable in your region. Great.
Yeah. But that's such a weird deal to make for Universal Studios.
So much for being Universal.
What? One sec.
Oh, I thought you just really hated that joke for a second.
Okay, now I'm reading something else here.
Oh no.
Now I'm reading that it's going to Prime.
I need you to. You're the one reading. Like you can't look at me for this.
Okay. So it looks like I had it wrong.
Thank
Apparently.
God.
It looks like it was on Peacock,
Oh.
and it's moving to Amazon Prime.
Oh, that's much better.
Yeah. So I don't know. I read somewhere on the other site that it was the other way around. But anyway, yeah. So it looks like it's going to go from Peacock,
Okay.
to Prime Video exclusively at the start of next year. Only live action films. I don't know if that matters, but that would be some of the examples they're giving us here is Jurassic World Dominion, the 355 and Ambulance will all
Wait.
get
Wait. There's a movie or a show just called Ambulance?
Ambulance, yeah.
Huh. Never heard of that.
But yeah,
That's going to be a really
Yeah.
gloomy one, isn't it? Ambulance. Sorry, I know I'm focusing a little, maybe a bit too much on that.
yeah. I don't know what it might be about.
No,
yeah.
I know. I almost know exactly what it could be about, and I need to take note of what this is, what episode this is, so I can make reference to it when it comes out. It's going to be about some form of A, natural disaster, B, like terrorist thing, or C, a war of some form, or just like a fire. And it's just going to follow one paramedic group as they go through the horrors of those things. That's it. It's going to be R-rated. It's going to be horrible. Not like quality wise. It's going to be a rough movie.
I will tell you if you are incorrect, and I believe that you are.
Really? I will be
Very much
pleasantly
wrong.
surprised if I'm wrong.
So
What to be a rom-com?
this is the synopsis. It's two robbers steal an ambulance after high school's away.
Could be.
Yeah, so that's it. So it's about a heist that goes wrong, and they steal an ambulance.
Okay. That could be a comedy then.
It's given as an action drama thriller.
Oh, those are for some reason when I hear those 3 ones in one go, I'm like, is that going to be good?
It's with Eliza Gonzalez and Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh,
So I mean that's a good cast.
yeah. I had to rewatch Prisoners. So you said Jake Gyllenhaal, and I loved him in that.
Jake Gyllenhaal's great.
He is actually great, in fairness. No, it's been a while since we've done an appreciation rant. I love Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh, Jake Gyllenhaal's amazing.
Yeah, I really like. He's been good in a whole load of things. Even back to Donnie Darko.
Yeah, he doesn't get the recognition he should. He's a fantastic actor.
Oh yeah,
and has been in some great things. He's been in some bad things, but he's been in some great things, and I don't think he gets the appreciation and recognition that he probably should.
Yeah, no, he's fucking great.
Yeah, Donnie Darko. I only saw it recently, but he's great in that.
Yeah, like even
absolutely fantastic.
When you type in, it gives you like four different movies that are like his top ones. But like, it's Prisoners, which I love, and he's great in that. Donnie Darko, which is 2001, he's great in that too. Nightcrawler, which is a weird movie, but still, he's great in it. And then Brokeback Mountain, which he's gay in. And I can say that because he is.
And in is Jake Gyllenhaal gay?
In real life? No, I meant in that.
Oh, I thought you meant in that. I thought you meant literally. I was like, I did not know this.
No. That being said, I have no idea. He probably could be.
He probably could be. He was in Southpaw, the boxing film, and I think that's the craziest transformation I've ever seen him in. Have you seen him in Southpaw?
Yeah, he's pretty manic.
He's pretty yoked, and he's got a buzz cut, and it's just really weird. But he's really good in that. He's in Everest?
Yeah, he's in Everest.
My God, this man's in more things than I knew.
Hey, I'm in the same height as him. Sorry, we're looking at two very different things.
Small bitch.
Hey, just because you happen to break just because I'm a quarter of an inch off of 6 foot doesn't mean you have to take it into me. I wear shoes, it brings me up to it.
I wear shoes.
That's going to be an out of context moment.
Spirit.
The horse movie?
Yes, the horse movie.
Yeah, he's in that. He's in a shit ton of things.
He's in the new one. He's in the new Spirit movie.
There's a new one?
Yeah, apparently, and it's pretty bad.
Oh.
I mean, I love the Spirit, though. The original one. This animation style really fucked me up, I think.
There. Spirit Untamed.
Yeah.
No, that...
Animation's a bit weird.
Yeah, there you go. Here we go again. Animation. Weird. Makes everything.
Animation weird, yeah. But... yeah, okay. Appreciation done for Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yes, we're making our way through them all.
Great man. We'll get through them all.
Who's possibly not gay, just in Brokeback Mountain. Want to specify?
Yeah, I don't think he's gay.
Nah, shame.
I'm pretty sure he's a married man.
Cool. Okay, let's move on quickly before I make jokes I shouldn't be. What?
You knocked the mic over again.
Don't.
No, yeah, okay. Anyway, anything? What other movie news you have? Pretty much all movie news has just been soaked with Black Widow coming out.
Yeah, let's just move on from that as soon as possible because I don't care. Doing really well, but I don't care.
It's doing well, but I mean, is it though?
Apparently, it's. You just don't want it to be Fast and Furious.
Couldn't care less.
True. Yeah, no, there's not.
But
much else.
From one thing that's doing well to another thing that did well. See, I tried this right there.
See, you loved it.
Absolutely,
you know. Yeah, you will once I get actual money.
What's it called? Oh, the Tomorrow War.
Yeah.
Is it the Tomorrow War with Brad Pitt? Nope.
What?
Chris Pratt.
Wow.
I mean, they look exactly the same.
They absolutely do not.
But so apparently, it did so well, they're already in the talks to do a second one.
Which is we really probably should have talked about this when we were talking about how well movies do when it comes to box office stuff like that. I only hear okay things with this movie. I don't hear great things. I literally haven't heard anything about it since its initial release, and yet it's getting another sequel with the first movie's direct. It's Colin Trevorrow, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know.
Let me look it up because I thought it was. Why am I typing in the Colin Trevorrow? War. The Tomorrow War. Who directed that? Chris McKay. Never mind.
Chris McKay. But yeah, apparently it did well enough for it to warrant a potential sequel to come about.
Its IMDb score went down.
I think it's more of a. I don't think it was like a thing that it was a good film and they're like, let's make another one. I think it was more of like, there was a lot of streams from day one, so it must be good, let's make another one.
Yeah.
So I think that's what they're kind of basing it on, rather than what people actually thought of the film.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, I was just a bit surprised by it. At the fact that it's already getting another one.
I haven't given me its box office stats at the moment.
It didn't come out in box office, so you
That's
won't get box
true,
office
yeah.
stats.
Well, it had 2.4 million US households.
Oh my days.
Oh. Wait, this is kind of breaking it down a little bit and like kind of converting it into what it would be at box office. So like, I think it does anyway. It's saying that it's like it got 2.41 million US households thing, but since it was at a $200 million production thing, that it would have been a flop.
Oh.
Tomorrow more skew blah 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 blah. It doesn't really tell me. It's not making this easy.
Yeah, does it ever?
True.
But I don't know. Have you seen it? Did you say you watched it?
No, I didn't see it. I probably won't at the same time.
Yeah, I don't know. I might watch it today. I'm a bit bored.
Go for it.
I don't know though. I don't know what it's about, but I assume it's a war tomorrow or something.
Fair play. Did you start yourself?
I think so.
Nice.
Very original title, to be honest.
The Tomorrow War.
Tomorrow War. Very good. A lot of thought went into that one.
A lot of thoughts go into this discussion about it.
Anyway, what else do you have?
I just realized that Disney released a trailer for its 60th feature film. Walt Disney Animation Studios, which is called Encanto.
It's called what?
Encanto.
What's it about?
I don't know, but it looks absolutely beautiful. Fictionalized version of Colombia, Encanto tells the story of the Madrigal.
It looks beautiful.
Madrigal family. Each member possesses powerful and unique magical abilities, and each member, except for Mirabelle, that is, who struggles to fit into her family because of her apparent lack of. That's interesting, actually. Usually it's the opposite way around. Usually it's the person who has the magic who can't fit in. Gorgeously animated world of nature and adventure filled with plenty of cute animal companion Disney's modern films have become known for. That was a weirdly phrased sentence. This looks. I'm just gonna briefly flick through the animation.
Encanto is charm in Spanish.
Oh.
I mean, who doesn't love a bit of a Latino representation?
Oh, this could be a very satisfying movie.
It looks really nice.
Yeah.
It looks really clean.
Damn, this is a lot of. It's a lot of things you have to animate.
Oh, there's a trailer.
Yeah, I'm clicking. Whoa! Oh, that's clean. You're dead right. That is beautiful.
It does. It looks really clean.
Whoa! Huh.
It looks like it looks pretty realistic. That grass looks pretty realistic.
Yeah, well, yeah. When
Trailer.
we say realistic, we obviously don't mean the characters and stuff like that, but like it just looks. Oh, or the dancing donkeys in the circle.
Really nice.
Whoa, yeah, this is already it's already looking pretty good.
Yeah.
Beautiful, yeah. I'm looking forward to this already. Looking forward to this more than Tomorrow War, and what's his face, Black Widow.
But yeah, this looks very nice.
It's 60th feature film.
60 is a lot.
Yeah, like how many? Like, hang on, studios. Let's see if I can actually manage to figure out if I can phrase this correctly. With most movies. Let's see if that works. Oh fuck!
No.
No, it does. Just whoa.
Who is it?
Okay, you want to hear kind of an interesting? Well, it just rejigged everything. Oh, it's going by. Let me see if it. Yeah, okay. If I just go to like total worldwide box office, right? It goes Warner Brothers, which has 272 movies.
Oh my god.
Yeah, with is that 40? That's so total worldwide box office is $46 billion. And then it's Universal with 45, but they like number 5.
45 films.
45, no, sorry, 289 films at 45 billion.
I was gonna say that's a big drop off.
Yeah,
there.
no, the drop off comes with 272, 289, 263, 193, 62.
Wait, is that Disney?
No, it's Marvel.
No, Disney's getting 60. Wow, that's a big drop off from triple digits. Like even like the 200, and then 100,
Yeah.
and then down to double digits. That's a big drop.
Actually, the 193, the 139 is Walt Disney, so it's taking in not just its feature length movies, it's taking in other ones as well, and it's Project and Pixar
Okay.
too. So it's taking in a load of ones, and that's hitting 39 billion. But fucking Marvel has less than almost a third. No, it doesn't actually. It has less, like, just under half of the movies that's at the churn now, and it's hit 33 billion, while Disney has 39 billion.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, Marvel has done that in recent years compared to Disney. Disney's been doing this since like the fucking 50s,
Yeah.
if not earlier.
What's that fucked up?
Like, how old is fucking like Dumbo and Bambi?
Yeah.
Like all those really old ones, like Bambi's 1942, like.
Fucking hell. No, what's it called? Snow White's is in the 30s, isn't it? That's 39.
Is that 39?
I thought it was as well.
Dumbo's 41. Snow. 1937. Yeah.
37, there we are. I knew it was a little bit back.
Man, that's old.
Yeah.
And they don't look old.
No, in fairness, but they still hold up.
Yeah, they do. Oh my god. Alice in the Wonderland is 1923. That's their oldest film.
Alice in the Wonderland.
Okay, Alice is Wonderland, actually.
Oh. So it's not actually Alice in Wonderland.
No, it's Alice's Wonderland.
Huh.
It's a weird one. Anyway. I mean, it's in black and white.
True.
Really old.
There's a lot of film production companies that do not have, that are like registered, but do not. I can't make that joke. Have a lot of don't have any revenue, but like don't have any movie. I have one movie out there, or at least in production, but no revenue.
But yeah, the Disney's feature film was first feature film was oh my god, you just said it. Snow White.
Snow White, yeah.
You just said it and I just read it. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. They on the Disney website they have a list of all their feature films in order.
Oh,
That's kind of cool.
that's handy because it'll separate Pixar. Because I always get confused between the two.
I always get confused between the two as well. Sometimes like it's easy to tell, but like other times it's really hard. To know which, like, I always thought Moana was Pixar.
I always
I
kind
just
of,
thought
if there's a princess, it's Disney. But like,
True.
you can still be off put by some of that type of stuff. There's still a few of them that's like, oh, it's a princess in that. No, it's Pixar. It's like, okay, that's interesting. Like, I would have thought Brave would have been Pixar, but it's not. It's Disney.
Brave. Are you sure it's not on this list?
Oh, I could be wrong then, which is unusual because she's seen as a Disney princess.
Yeah, I thought she was Disney as well, but she's not on this list. Maybe
Weird. See?
1980, 99. Like, yeah, she should be around here.
Brace.
Oh, Treasure Planet. What?
Oh, it's such an underrated fucking movie.
Oh, underrated, unbelievable.
Yeah, Walt Disney. Yeah, it's Disney.
Okay.
God, you made me
She's
doubt
not
that for a while because it's 2012.
2012, 8, 9, 11, 12. Yeah, it's just not here.
And they fucked it
That's
up.
really
Great.
weird.
Making me more confuzzled.
More confusion. Oh, Treasure Planet. What a film.
Sadly, you discovered that movie as we're running out of time for this segment.
I know. We'll come back another day.
Another day, hopefully. But until then,
yeah. Video game.
video games. I want to bring up something I'm happy with.
Bring it up.
Yeah, you know exactly what I'm happy with, and it's earlier on in the week, PlayStation has brought out their PS State of Play, which for all, like, it's just like their own type of like release thing, like Xbox and Bethesda did at E3. Now, just want to specify that PS opted not to be in E3. It's not like they weren't allowed to be in it or anything like that. They just weren't in it, so they did their own thing, and I see why. It was shit.
Yeah. Like, obviously they probably like wanted to. It seemed like it was gonna be they're just gonna be little, like, bitches about this. They just want to be just more exclusive. We have our own show. We don't share our stage, but it looks like they were trying to save face.
Yeah. Wow. Like, well, okay, they brought Deathloop, which we've been polluted by for ages. I've only been like, okay, I know Bethesda is excited to wheel it out at some point, but it is a PS5 exclusive until September, I think, next year. Or it's either September next year or 22nd of September. I actually don't really know, because I just saw it September 22. That could mean a lot of things. But, no, it probably means 2022. So that's not even becoming a proper exclusive after a while. And they showed a load of indie games. Now, that's being said, I don't want to turn around and say that like all the games look shit. No, the indie games looked like great. Some of them look pretty good, but nothing that I'd be jealous about not being able to play. But like, a lot of people are I went through some of the comments I love to do, and I saw people just like no, I didn't see a single thing of someone being positive about. It was that bad. Like, someone commented that it was like Nintendo Direct, and we've ranted about them a few times. Yeah, it's pretty disappointing. But what I love is there's a few people in there. There's a few like just kind of people who want to hold the hope, and we're like, oh, they'll bring out their big guns soon, don't worry. And even literally like that phrasing, saying "don't worry" after it, is such like a it's okay, don't worry, they'll come out, it's fine, it's okay, don't worry. They'll bring something cool. No, they won't. They brought out an extended edition of fucking Death Stranding, which has made me more confused about what that game actually is besides delivery simulator. And then Deathloop. Those are the two main things. People wanted to see some God of War Ragnarok news, and some other things as well, like even just new IPs that are proper and big. But no, like, nothing. It was just
nothing. It was it was really, really poor.
Pretty poor.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. It was just like people were really expecting to see some big titles, like you said, God of War especially. Like I feel like that was definitely one of the few that people were really looking forward to, and just didn't.
Yeah,
like it just didn't happen.
and like, if you look at it from, as you said at the beginning, that because PS in the past have come across as a bit antsy and said, not antsy, a bit poncy, and we're like, let's have the stage to ourselves and have our own thing. There was once or twice they didn't go to E3 because they wanted to do it themselves like that. My screen just turned off. I kicked my HDMI. That's fine. Oh, I kicked it again. I need to move my foot. So it's grand, but if you look at it in the sense of, look what Xbox brought out this year. Look at all the crazy shit they did, and then like PS were like, we have an indie game for you. I know Xbox probably have Battlefield coming straight to Game Pass at some point. We got some indie games.
You want an indie game?
We got them. One extended version of a delivery simulator. We got that too. No? Okay, see ya. Don't want it? Cool.
It's poor, alright.
Yeah, but same kind of goes with because we also had EA, what was it? What was the EA one? EA Spotlight, thank you. Could not think of it for the life of me. And there wasn't much in that, but we didn't really, like, what could we expect from EA Spotlight, in fairness? Like, Battlefield was already...
I mean, it's a month-long event.
Yeah.
Like, we'll keep getting stuff in.
That too, actually.
But it was, like, even that was a bit quiet. But at least, like, that was expected.
Yeah.
You know, like, PS was expected to show out. Like, it was expected to show up and blow people out of the water, like, and they just did do that.
I feel like their fans, once they saw the Xbox release, like everything like they came out with, they were like, okay, time for PS to really hit back, because like Xbox really took a massive win with this one. All the stuff that they're coming out with, all like even Bethesda games that they're coming out with, and even it's their own stuff, they took a massive win with it. And now
they did.
I know PS fans are like, no, come on, PS, time to have your state of play and show what it means. And then they were like, here, you can have that. And then we're like, and another indie game, and Death Stranding. No, give us God of War.
Oh, I know what you want. Death Stranding.
Yeah, fucking hell. Like, talk about
it was poor.
Yeah, talk about a game that was really hyped for no reason. Like,
for no reason.
Like, I know it's a very intriguing and interesting game. Some people probably absolutely love it, but for Christ's sake, people were expecting much more than just walking around the place.
Yeah, it was kind of disappointing. Like, I'm not saying it's a terrible game, but it wasn't what people were expecting.
No, and same goes with Days Gone as well. People are expecting so much more. Like, that's the thing with PS exclusives. So many people say, oh, they have so much better exclusives. Like, okay, they have a lot more exclusives. And okay, they have Horizon, they have God of War, they have The Last of Us Part 1 and most Part 2. But after that, you have only okay ones. The majority of your exclusives were so hyped, and then when they came out, they were only okay. They didn't exactly surpass anything great. Like, even Days Gone, it did pretty well, but it didn't do brilliantly, and people were like, oh, it gets really repetitive after all this time. It's like, cool, that's most games, realistically. But people always talk about PS having, like, this massive, this major monopoly on exclusives, but, like, they do, but they're just not the most fantastic ones. And even looking at what Xbox are cooking up now with this fan project of the screen that goes on the Xbox Series S, it really looks like they are way more for the players. But let's talk about that fucking screen for a second.
Oh my days.
What is it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But it looks awesome.
It looks like a really kind of niche thing that we think at the moment. Like, I can't think of a use for it properly. like going on like a trip or something like
No.
that, unless you're in a caravan, say, or not caravan, no, yeah, camper van, a caravan,
Mobile
yeah,
home.
mobile home or something
Yeah.
like that. That'd be super handy. But for like, I really see it working for like traveling people, for really like people who want to travel and like want to like bring an Xbox with them or something like that, or have a gaming console with them, but don't want to lug around a monitor or something, or don't want to like have an expensive gaming PC. You spend €350 on a console and like, well, I can imagine probably another 200 or something on this
the attachment.
on this attachment thing. You have a decent thing there, could run near like all modern games now for a fraction of the price of most things. That's incredible for like people who want to travel more or like go on a lot of holidays. That's crazy cool. Where's fucking PS
so
in this
cool.
stuff? They don't have anything remotely close. They have the biggest box that is the most wavy
so big.
thing. And their new, did you see their new ad had it upside down?
Oh.
It was hilarious. They had an ad of a father and son playing God of War of all things, by the way, I think it was, which is not a 2-player game. It is a 1-player 18s game. And
Yeah,
I think
I was gonna say it's 18.
I think it was God of War. It might have been something else for all I know. But and the main thing was that like the disc drive is supposed to be facing downwards. This was facing upwards.
Ah, that's funny.
Hilarious.
That's like how they tried to go for too much of a modern kind of cool looking design.
Yeah.
Rather than just going simplistic. Like, yeah, take the piss out of Xbox for making a fucking fridge, but like, it's simple. It fits. It fits places. It's still relatively small and compact, that it can fit anywhere. That big chungus of a PS5 behemoth is ridiculous, and the wave, like, it's not even like two flat white strips. It's two wavy white strips, which is makes it really hard. Like, you need to get a stand to lie it down.
Like I'm looking at my Xbox here, it's beside my screen. It's small enough that it's not halfway up on my desk. It's not so wide that I have to lie it down or anything like that. It just sits there nice and sleek, like right beside everything. My PC is giant. It's fucking 2.5 feet tall, and it's below my desk. This thing is small enough that it fits nice up on my desk here and there. But fucking hell, I could
and it's sleek.
Yeah, knowing how big the PS5 is, that would reach about 2/3 of the way up and be a bit thicker as well, and wouldn't be able to fit as nicely in there. So, like, PS5 did really well at the beginning, but now that we're starting to get a little bit further into it, it's like what happened with Xbox at the beginning. Xbox and this Xbox One, this did really well. PS4 made a major deficit in their sales, but then after a while they cranked out some more exclusives and then they really ramped it up. It looks like Xbox is doing a similar thing with Series X, which they're still selling out everywhere, probably because of the shtick is really helping it out in that case that more people want to buy consoles. But it seems now that they still have a lower selling than the PS5, but now they're fucking wrapping it up with everything else that's happening.
Oh, it's gonna come. Like,
yeah,
people are starting to realize that PS is not the shit at the moment.
Yeah,
like, and obviously, like, there'll be fanboys that just refuse to believe it. But like, it really, like, I seen a fella like do a whole like why Xbox Series X is much better, and he was a PS fanboy, and he actually like said no, Xbox is winning this one, like, and just the whole comment section is just people from Xbox going like respect, like respect for saying that, all this, and then everyone that has PlayStation like, you're not a real PlayStation player. It's like, oh, no.
And that's what I fucking hate. I hate that. I hate when someone has an opinion like that and they go, you're not true. Like, I have an incredible amount of respect for someone. Like, even on, like, when I was on Xbox One and I knew PS4 had a little bit of an advantage on it, I would still be like, yeah, PS4 might have a little bit better, but I'm loyal to Xbox, so I'll stick with that. So every time someone would ask me, why not play PS4, you can do this, like, I just have more done on Xbox, so I'm more loyal to it. They're like, okay, that's fine. So for someone who's such a high PS fanboy to turn around and be like, look, they are winning it. I'm still staying with PS because I'm loyal to them, But if people turn around and say, "Oh, it's better," but PS4 is still the best, I'm like, "Fuck off!" Oh, sorry, PS5 is still the best. Like, it kind of is because you play it.
Yeah, like, okay, like, everyone has the right to choose whichever one they want. Obviously, you can choose whichever one. If you fucking want to continue playing on the Wii, go ahead.
All power to you.
You probably won't have no games, but like, go ahead. But like, when it starts to come to the fact that like you can't even admit when it might not be the best console out there. Okay, cool. Keep playing it. Just because you admit it's not the better one doesn't mean you have to go get the other one.
Yeah.
Just be like, yeah, Xbox has a more powerful. Xbox wins on every single category, like graphics, speed, SSD, storage, extended storage, backwards compatibility, enhanced games. Like, it wins on every category, and that's great because, I mean, we're Xbox people, so that's great for us. But people need to admit that when, you know, okay, yeah, Xbox wins this one. I mean, I mean, we're Xbox people here, but PS4 won the Xbox One war between Xbox One and PS4. PS4 was the much better console to the Xbox One. Maybe a late game, like near the end with the Xbox One X.
Maybe
it might have been on par with the PS4, and like the PS4 became like fucking like jet engine near the end.
Yeah,
and like so like. But PS4 won that battle, and that's fine. I don't care admitting that it did. But just admit it the other way around.
Yeah,
you know, and I hate when they get so defensive. You know, like it hurts them in any way, shape, or form. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
Cool. You have a PlayStation. Great, buddy.
For you.
Doesn't mean it's the best thing out there.
Yeah.
You know, just because you have it doesn't mean it's the best one. You know. And they just get so defensive, and it's really funny, to be honest.
Like, I know someone. This is the weirdest thing to me. It was so fucking weird that he had PS4 for ages, for a good long while. I don't know if he had something else. Then just randomly just went to Xbox, and I remember talking to a PS our PS player, one of my roommates, and we're like, he just like completely dropped PS and went straight to Xbox. She's like, yeah, I know, that's a bit weird. I was like, yeah, he has like no like prior profile to it, nothing really, and he just dropped it all and went to that. Like, he didn't get another PS game, he just went straight to Xbox. I'm like, you just dropped everything and like abandoned ship with that. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's a bit of lunacy.
Yeah, like, stick with what you got.
It would have to be something insanely drastic for me to ever even consider switching consoles. Like, just I've just invested way too much time, money, everything into Xbox to just switch over. And I think one of the main things is, and I think that's why it's easier to change from PS to Xbox than it would be from Xbox to PC, is the backwards compatibility thing. Because the simple fact that PS5 players can only play certain PS4 games, not all PS4 games, no PS3 games, or maybe one or two, it makes you kind of go like, if I leave to Xbox, I'm not really losing anything because I can't play them on the PS5 anyway. But with Xbox, it's like, I can continue playing every single game I have ever bought. Everything. So like, why would I leave? If I leave, I lose every game that I have ever bought. With a PS, I mean, anything you bought on the PS3 is useless to you now. Most games that you might have bought early PS4 are useless to you now on the PS5. So like, moving across you wouldn't lose anything, but with Xbox you would lose so much. And I think that's one of my main reasons why I could never switch.
Yeah, like with the best position you could probably be in, if you want to play as many games as possible, get a PS4 and get an Xbox Series S or X. You can play anything and everything at that point. Maybe not, like, I'm in a great position where I also have a fucking PC, so I can play Xbox games and PC games. Holy shit, I am set for fucking life, because I have the backwards compatibility of Xbox and I have the Steam and Epic games of PC. And that's why every time I think about should I ever get a PS, I'm like, no, I have so many things to play here and now that if I was to get PS4, it would just be another thing there. Like, the only reason why I want to get PS4 is for Bloodborne and Demon Souls. That is it.
Yeah, like, and like PS4, you could play pretty much any exclusive, like Last of Us. You know, you have obviously Death Stranding. You have God of War. You got Spider-Man games. So like with a PS4, you're pretty much set for most games. So like definitely it wouldn't be a bad idea to have the two consoles. I mean, if you have the money. Yeah,
it'll really show where they're at once they start like with Battlefield 2042. Then there was a bit of a question over whether it would come to Xbox One or not. It was going to come to last gen consoles. It wasn't 100% sure if it was going to, but now it's confirmed that it is.
It definitely is.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with some of the PS exclusives though, if they will come to the previous ones, because it'd be interesting to see if God of War Ragnarok. I would assume that has to come to PS4. But it'd be interesting if that goes to PS5 and PS5 only. It'd be interesting to see if what's it called? Horizon Zero Western, whatever the fuck it's called, Zero Horizon. The new one of that will come to it as well. I'm sure it will, but it'd be interesting to see what happens a little further down the line, because I know Xbox are pushing it off for a while, and they're even the whole thing with Xbox implementing chips to smart TV, so people can play Xbox games on TVs. Just
I feel like Xbox is trying to be more than just a console at this stage. It's trying to be more like, how can we just integrate Xbox into everything.
They want to be a platform.
Like, I wouldn't be surprised in fucking 5 years time you could just buy like an SD card that you can shove at the back of your PS5 and play Xbox on it. Like, I wouldn't be fucking surprised.
I'm surprised someone hasn't jailbroken one to do something like that already.
But like, that's mad. Like,
it's crazy.
That they're doing everything to just and like all this is experimentalist shit. Like they've been doing this for a long time, and half of the shit just never works. But like, they've tried so many things to try and just get more out there. Like, okay, like one of the big things that they did was the Game Pass.
Oh yeah.
And like they were like, you know what, we'll give this idea a go, and it's the greatest thing that Xbox has ever done. And then they're like, you like play games on your phone with a controller connected to it, and that's a great idea in theory. And people love using it. Yeah,
once they make it more stable, that would be unreal. Once you get like a dedicated controller for, which they do have, in fairness, it's unreal. But the main, like you mentioned Game Pass there, and I did actually realize that PS actually have one. I think it's called PS Play, but it's not Game Pass Ultimate. Game Pass Ultimate gives you online play and free games and EA access and another thing as well. I can't remember off the top of my head. Like
but they give you a Disney Plus.
They give you perks. They give you a shit ton of perks that are actually really handy. PS Play just gives you the games, so you still have to buy PS Live. Is that what it is? Do they still call it PS Live?
I think it's PS Live. Yeah.
Xbox Live Go. No, PS. Yeah, I don't know. It's ages I've bought PS membership.
I think it is PS Live.
Is it PS Live?
PS Plus?
PSN?
No.
PS Plus sounds better.
I think it's PS Plus.
PS Plus.
Yeah,
PlayStation Plus. Yeah, sorry, it's because I didn't say the full phrase. PlayStation Plus, yeah. Hey, PSP. Why did I never put that together until right now? God, I miss out. PlayStation were at their height when they were innovating like that. PSP was the greatest console way before the Switch.
Oh, it was
and then they brought the PS Vita, and what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
God, that's a rant that went on for much longer than I anticipated.
Yeah, that was definitely a rant there.
Sticking on consoles, we actually did get news of the new Switch, which
Yes.
It was really funny because I got a text randomly during the week of my roommate who sticks with Nintendo Switch, and she sent me the link that showed the OLED thing, and then right underneath it just gave like a screenshot of a medal for least work done, because it's just called Nintendo Switch OLED. And then Super Nintendo Switch is right there. It's right fucking there. People voted for it, kind of. And there's another one they did as well. This is like the Nintendo Switch Pro, which is okay, but it is better. But have you seen the specifications for this?
A little bit. I didn't see too much.
The only thing it has is an OLED screen, which just makes colors look a bit more vivid. That's it. The resolution is the same. The screen size is a bit bigger. Everything else besides the back flap is the exact same. Like,
is drifting fixed in this?
I would severely doubt it.
Yeah, Nintendo have a tendency to do this. They have a tendency to bring out an unnecessary console that provides no sort of an upgrade from the previous one. Okay, so like the OLED screen is cool.
Yeah.
Like, more like better colors, more vibrant, all that. Bigger screen, okay. Not much bigger, but bigger screen, whatever. Cool. But what else does it do? You know, like it doesn't do anything else.
Nothing else.
You know, it doesn't have better resolution, doesn't have better, I mean, it must have a better processor, but how much, you know, probably isn't that much of a difference to be noticeable. Like, Nintendo Switch games in general don't have loading screens anyway.
Yeah, in fairness.
So you don't waste time on loading. So you don't even have to worry about that. So like it's such a weird thing. It's like the DS and the DS XL and then the DS XXL, and you're like, what's going on here?
Yeah, this was
and like DS 3DS is like, okay, that was cool. We got 3D.
Yeah.
DS 3DS XL.
Yeah.
It's like, here.
This was the joke that me and my roommate were making during the week, was just the Nintendo Switch OLED. Great, what's next? Nintendo Switch DSL XL. Is like, no. Nintendo 3D, Nintendo 3DS. Sorry, Nintendo 3D Switch. They're like, you should be ahead of names. Like, I know, I'm coming. Don't worry. But like,
it's mad.
It's so weird. It's so weird that they're doing all this type of stuff.
Yeah, it's so weird. Like, and someone's getting paid to name this console.
Nintendo. That's worse than Cars.
That was ridiculous.
$300,000 was it?
$300,000 bonus for naming a movie about
bonus. Not even a fucking.
It wasn't even a salary. It was a bonus for naming. For anyone that doesn't know, the guy that is in charge of naming films in Disney has a salary of like $250,000 a year, and he got a bonus of $350,000 for naming the movie Cars.
Fucking hell.
Like, and like, okay, most of Disney films and even Pixar films, there doesn't need to be that much of a thinking to, you know, come up with a title of a movie. You know, we got fucking Cars is Cars. You know, we got fucking Shrek is Shrek. Fucking Raya and the Last Dragon is Raya and the Last Dragon. We got Luca, which is about a boy named Luca. You know, like, there isn't that much like thought that needs to go into this. Coco is about an old woman called Coco. You know, so there isn't that much thinking that goes here. So why are they paying this person so much? This man is the biggest, like, I don't know if the man, I don't even know who's in charge of this. It's just the biggest con artist ever. Yeah. He's convinced someone to pay him $250,000 a year to name a film. Okay, I'm sure he has more things to do than just name a film, but come on.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on? a weird episode.
This was very weird. Just before we do end it, we do have one more game thing, which is, have you heard of the Assassin's Creed Infinity project?
No.
It is like an online Assassin's Creed, like I think it's like an RPG type of thing. Assassin's Creed, blah, blah, blah. Origin story, like it's something. Anyway, there's some online Assassin's Creed thing. It's going to be very interesting. We'll wait until we have more updates, but I just wanted to get it out there before we end this episode. But yeah, this has been very unusual.
Yeah, there was a lot of rants there.
We spoke about dreams at the very beginning. Jake Gyllenhaal at one point.
Man, what a weird one.
This has been weird. I think the weird thing is we actually linked dreams to a TV show, so great.
Yeah, and then we linked TV shows to movies fairly well.
Yeah, here we are, doing pretty good for ourselves.
Look at us. And low sleep, and look at us.
Yeah.
Pretty good episode, if I must say.
Let's pat ourselves in the back.
But yeah, that's it for us this week.
Yeah.
Make sure to follow us on Instagram. Listen to us on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, fucking pretty much anything that has podcasts we're pretty much on at this stage. YouTube, make sure to head over to our YouTube channel where we don't just have the podcasts there, we also have weekly game, what are they called?
Let's Plays, where the last 2 episodes have
Let's
gotten a
Plays.
copyright claim. Not copyright strike, mind you, but a copyright claim, which I'll discuss to you in a second.
We got a couple of Let's Plays there. There's a Fallout VR series there, and you're doing that. What's the one you're on now?
Currently on Mortal Shell.
Mortal Shell. So yeah, head over there and watch those, and follow the Instagram for movie reviews, TV reviews, and just general news. Yeah.
Done?
That's it.
Bye bye.
Anything to add there?
No, besides bye bye.
Bye bye.